Welcome back, everyone, to Open Line. Larry Woods is here talking all about the mayoral debate that just took place on NewsChannel 5 and NewsChannel 5 Plus. All the candidates were out there and a lot of calls. So we're just going to go right back to the phones here. Let's go to Haley. Hello, Haley?
Hi.
Hi, go right ahead.
Yes, I was really appreciative of John Ray Clemens' mention of the Community Oversight Board, and I was surprised to not hear there were more questions about that to all the candidates. And I was wondering if you could speak to more about what the candidates' view of the Community Oversight Board.
Community Oversight Board. There was not a specific question about that. But okay, what do you think?
But John Ray Clemens did bring it up and said, unlike Mayor Briley, John Clemens, supported the Community Oversight Board. And let me disclose my conflict of interest. I also supported the Community Oversight Board and worked hard in terms of the referendum vote to support it. I think if they'd been asked, my impression from other statements and other forums would be that Ms. Swain is not a fan of the Community Oversight Board as presently constituted. Mayor Briley has said different things at different times, I think would be a fair statement. He said, I don't like this referendum, I don't like this resolution that's going to be voted on, but I would be willing by executive order to create something similar. Of course, most of the supporters of the Community Oversight Board wanted it done by referendum so that any mayor can't just change it anytime they want to. I think the Community Oversight Board would be a tremendous asset to the future of Nashville. This is an agency that if they get a complaint about an officer or law enforcement personnel, can investigate, independently, transparently, no biases, and conclude, yes, the officer tried or did do the right thing, or the officer did not. And therefore we need to discipline the officer and maybe change the training regimen at the police academy. It's so obvious to me, I teach criminal justice at Tennessee State University, that community oversight boards have done a great job around the nation where they've been set up properly. And we've got one here in Nashville where we've got some former law enforcement agents on the board. We've got community activists on the community oversight board. I have a great deal of optimism about the future of that agency.
Let's go now to Tayshawn. And thanks, Haley, for that question. Tayshawn, what's on your mind?
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
I just really comment about I think the third guy, Combing.
What's that?
The Combing guy.
Okay.
Clemens,
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the only guy I would really vote for.
Okay, and why?
Because he was really talking the most sense. The other guys were really just piggybacking off him and the girl.
Okay.
Or the lady, rather.
All right, very good. Well, so you liked John Ray Clemens? Thought he was the most specific?
Yeah, he was the only one talking sense.
Okay. All right, Tayshawn, thank you. I'm just going to keep going through calls here. Tayshawn, thanks. Let's go to Don. Hello, Don.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having this topic on this thing here. I'm more leaning towards Swain and Clemens. I mean, they seem like, to me, they're really the type of people that, will get in here and clean up a bunch of stuff. Briley, I think he's a good guy, and I'm a Democrat, but I'm more leaning towards Mr. Swain and Mr. Clemens because of how they are going about the police chief situation. I mean, I think it's time for new leadership. I think he's did the best that he could do with this police force. We're a growing city. I just think we need new leadership for that department. That's going to weigh heavily on the people here in Nashville.
So that question was important to you about police chief. All right, thank you. I'm going to get one more call in here, I think. Let's go to Dorothy. Hello, Dorothy. Dorothy, go right ahead. What's on your mind?
Okay, I listened to the debate tonight, and I've yet to hear any candidate. You all didn't ask about the voucher system, which would really hurt the metro schools. And our children are far behind. They can't get those immediate jobs that are coming into Nashville now. if you take away the incentives, they won't be able to be up to the level of the private schools.
All right. All right, thank you. All right, she's
I'll tell
talking.
you what I want to ask you.
All right, go ahead.
Ask them, since the Tennessee lottery came to Tennessee, and they're so gun-ho on putting everybody in college, okay, why can't they give the metro schools some of that money and get the kids prepared to go to college?
All right, thank you. Some interesting questions there, and I appreciate Dorothy. The voucher, that passed in the state legislature.
Right.
It impacts our county. That was not a question tonight, but that will impact our county.
Yeah, no question. It will affect the amount of money once we send it over to the schools. Is it by the Metro Council and the mayor? Is it going to be spent on our public schools? And the answer is no. Some of it's going to be spent on our public schools, some of it's going to go for charter schools, and some of it's going to go for vouchers to people who are sending their children to private academies and private schools. So there's a direct impact on our school system, and really that's in the control of the state legislature. I believe Mr. Clemens voted against the vouchers in the state legislature. I feel confident that he did oppose it in the state legislature, and that's probably why it was not brought up tonight, because it's a state legislative question and decision.
He criticized Mayor Briley for not being even more opposed to it. But yeah, that's an interesting point, and I appreciate you bringing that up. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.